Oh, what is the up-skis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast. We're on episode 167 of my wrestling recap show, where once a week I go through all the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, and right now we're doing a pay-per-view review for WWE's Crown Jewel, everyone's favorite pay-per-view ever, am I right? Well, you know what? It's not so bad anymore. It hasn't been that bad for a few years now. Now it's just kind of, it's just another show. But we are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and it's a hell of a crowd. Always a great crowd there, and we're kicking off this show with the Trios Tag Team match. It's the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu with Tonga Loa on the outside versus Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, and Jey Uso, who makes the long trek through the wild crowd for his entrance. And he was way the fuck up there. Took him forever. Took about 38 years for this entrance, everyone's entrances to finish, but damn, Jay's was awesome. The crowd was going crazy, doing the dance and the chants with Uso. That was awesome. Thumbs up for that. We get into the match, Jimmy and Jay working together again. Nice to see. It's been a long time. Crowd wants Roman Reigns. Roman looks for the tag, but Jay tags Jimmy instead. So a little bit of bad blood there still, maybe. Bloodline take over. Tama making his weird sounds to the crowd, going and stuff like that. You couldn't hear him, but I can tell he was doing it. Roman finally gets the tag, big crowd pop as Solo and Roman go shot for shot. Jay goes on a super kick spree. Roman throws Tama, knocking out the referee. Way to go. Fatu goes nuts. He runs through Roman, hits a moonsault and a dive, taking out the Usos. That was awesome. Solo hits Roman with two Samoan spikes. Solo pins Roman Reigns, and the Bloodline win. Whoa. A little bit shocked there, and so was the crowd. The crowd absolutely stunned. Their hero, Roman Reigns, has been vanquished. Very quiet now. Underwhelming match, I will say. Crowd going fucking wild. The whole entire match really helped it out. Jacob Fatu, he was a machine. Really, really good showing out there. He's definitely something right there. That guy is awesome. Jey Uso not tagging in Roman at that moment, I would say probably cost him the match right there, because Bloodline was pretty well in control the rest of that match, but overall it was a pretty standard match. Kind of went exactly how I expected it to, aside from Jey not fully getting along with Roman, but I understand this. 5 out of 10 for that match, pretty meh. Bloodline continue the beatdown on Roman and the Usos. Who will save them? It is Sami Zayn. He comes out, crowd going absolutely nuts. Solo offering Zayn a olive branch into the family, but Sami ain't having that shit. Hits Solo with an exploder suplex. Roman and the Usos regroup and surround Solo. He's in big trouble, but Zayn and Roman go for Solo at the same time. They collide with each other in hilarious fashion. Solo escapes. He is giggling as everything is coming up Sikoa yet again. So the good guys, they had the bad guys, and then it all fell apart. So there is going to be a little bit of fallout with Sami Zayn coming back in and, you know, kind of messing things up, allowing Solo to get away. So Roman's probably going to have something to say about it, but I'm guessing that Jimmy is going to be the good guy here and be like, yo, let's all just get along. Yeet. But yeah, pretty standard stuff right here. We go now to the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team Championship match. It is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defending against Io Sky and Kairi Sane of Damage Control. Also defending against Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, and Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. Lash Legend with a military press slam tosses poor Chelsea to Lash, who catches her and slams poor Chelsea. That was badass. Thumbs up for that. Jade and Legend throwing bombs at each other. Chelsea Green comes in hot off of the top of the crossbody. Very nice. Damage Control, top rope splashes, taking out Green and Piper. Lash launching Jakara off of her shoulders, wipes out everybody. That was awesome. Thumbs up. Jaded connects on Chelsea, but it's Io making the last second save. Legend and Jakara, awesome combo powerbomb. Oh my goodness, thumbs up for that. Looked brutal. Piper accidentally flattens her own partner, squishing poor Chelsea. Jade and Bianca, Doomsday Device, pins and retains. Another banger performance from this group of women. My. Everyone had some great spots in there, especially Lash Legend. Holy crap, she is something else. And Jakara, she was really good as well. Nice performances from them. Piper and Chelsea bringing in those laughs a little bit. They were great. Just a fast pace, lots of action. Great matchup. 8 out of 10. That's some banger right there. We get Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. Ooh, baby. Rollins, interesting coat. It's it's got some big ass shoulders on it. Bronson, though, he's wearing these cool, like, Transformer themed tights. I don't know what to call them. I guess tights. Let's go with that. But they're cool. We get Seth. He starts a brawl on the stage with Bronson before the match begins. Reed slams Rollins hard into the office chair, and hard. So Rollins got a really nasty mark on his back from that slam. Match begins officially. Chaos immediately as Bronson hits a tsunami right away. Goes for another one. Seth avoids it and hits a curb stomp. He gets a near fall. Bronson just sits on Rollins. I mean, I don't think there's any way that you can make that not hurt. That has to hurt like a son of a bitch. Seth, smooth DDT counter out of a power bomb. Rollins with the frog splash. That does absolutely nothing to Reed. He kicks out at 1. Reed hitting big move after big move like power bombs, Death Valley drivers. Can't put Seth away. Seth rolls away to avoid getting hit by another tsunami. Reed trips into the steps. Rollins capitalizes, hits him with a stomp on the steps. Bronson makes it back into the ring only to take another stomp. Seth goes to the top rope and hits a super duper stomp off the top. Pins and defeats Bronson Reed. Very well done David versus Goliath match right there. Bronson, not your typical big man though. Like, he's agile, he can do flips and shit, and he's got a gas tank. Like, he was barely sweating after this matchup, so he's got more to give. And Seth has the veteran's advantage and uses it in this match, catching Bronson playing with his food. You know, Bronson had the opportunity to win, probably put Seth away, but he started getting cocky and Seth made him pay. But overall, Bronson looked like an absolute beast. He's just a monster. Awesome chemistry with Seth. There is definitely going to be another match. Seth said so. Actually, in the press conference, I did catch him saying that he wants to have another match with him, but preferably not right away. He would like to have a little break, but really good start between these two. 7.5 out of 10. Now we get to the first Crown Jewel Championship match. It's the women's version. It's Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. Champion versus champion for a championship. We got that. Jax hits a mean Samoan drop and a meaner avalanche Samoan drop. How you doing? Liv kicks out of that. Liv counters a second avalanche Samoan drop into a sunset powerbomb. Tiffany Stratton arrives way too early. Nia Jax is upset, tells Tiffy to leave. Liv hits a crucifix pin, almost gets Jax with that. Tiffy contemplating what to do. The crowd is in an uproar chanting yes. Tiffy attacked by Raquel Rodriguez, stopping a potential cash-in attempt on Liv Morgan. Could have been on Nia, though. Dom distracts the referee while Raquel cheap shots Jax off of the ropes. Liv nails Oblivion, pins Nia Jax, and wins the Crown Jewel Championship all on her own with no assistance whatsoever. Solid match overall. Nia and Liv, quality work. You know, they work well together. The shenanigans surrounding the match, though, were freaking lame. Tiffany coming out way too early again. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, why does she come out in, like, the middle of the match during the worst time? It's just like, why now? Why now? Like, they could have waited. Like, I wish they waited until the end of the match where it would have made more sense, but there we go. That's how that goes. And obviously, Dom and Raquel with the predictable interference throughout the matchup. Really, I don't know, it took me out of it. 5.5 out of 10. We get Triple H presenting Liv Morgan the massive Crown Jewel Championship. Hands are shook, hugs are had, a well-earned championship and celebration for Liv Morgan. We'll probably, we might see it on Raw. We might see these championships for like a week, and then they'll probably go in the road case or something. We'll never see or hear from them ever again until the next year's Crown Jewel. All right, we get Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens up next, but Kevin attacks Orton while Orton is mid-pose during his entrance. How could you? You never attack Orton mid-pose. And he attacks him with a steel chair of all things. Kevin nails a referee with a stunner. Oh, he's going to be in trouble for that one. Orton using a chair on Kevin, getting some revenge. The match is thrown out at this point, but the fight continues. Adam Pearce gets nailed with an RKO. Oh, he's going to get in trouble. Nick Aldis just looking on in horror. He's like, oh, jeez, please no one attack me. Brawl goes out into the crowd. Kevin climbs up the stands, nails a nasty looking elbow drop to Orton through the table. That's a thumbs up. But sucks the match isn't happening. We're not getting a match here. But, a good enough fight and a table spot. I will accept this trade-off. This is okay. Kevin getting into some rough waters now. He's attacking his friends. He's attacking referees, management. How far is Kevin going to go down this rabbit hole of darkness, we'll call it. The rabbit hole of darkness. I like it, Kevin. I like where we're going here. Let's continue this path down the darkness. We move on now to a triple threat match for the United States Championship. It is LA Knight, defending against Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. Andrade with a nice inverted Spanish fly to Melo. Andrade, wicked moonsault to the outside, nails Knight. That was beautiful. Thumbs up. Melo, he goes nuts with the 2-for-1 offense on Knight and Andrade. Andrade with the avalanche Spanish fly. Counter on Melo, gets a near fall. Knight, he goes for some 2-on-1 offense, hits a top rope elbow drop on Melo and Andrade, pins, but they both kick out. Knight slips on the ropes, crushes himself a little bit, but that's okay. He recovers, hits an avalanche German suplex on Andrade. I must say, that was an impressive recovery, man. Like, there's already two guys on the ropes, and it was a hell of a, difficult jump to make initially. So he doesn't make that, but the recovery, damn impressive. Melo nails nothing but net on Knight. Andrade is there to make the last second save. Knight with the unique double BFT while Melo is doing like a spinning facebuster. Knight pins and retains in pretty nice fashion. A really good action-packed triple threat match. I love the creative use of the 2-for-1 offense throughout this matchup. Everyone was getting in on some of that. Knight again showing these more cocky heel tendencies throughout this matchup. No turn yet. I don't know if he will ever actually turn, but there's definitely some teasing going on here. Like Knight at the beginning just letting those two go at it, and he's like, yeah, whatever, I'm the champion. I'll just wait, and you guys come to me when you're ready. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm just... I really don't know. I have a feeling that LA Knight might be going heel at some point. The chemistry was really good between these three guys. We already know that. Melo and Andrade had a 7-match series with each other, so obviously there's some chemistry. But I feel like this is done now. It has to be. After the 7 fucking matches, each of these two have had title opportunities against LA Knight. Knight keeps beating them, so I think it's time to move on. What's next, though, for Melo, Andrade, and who's the next opponent for LA Knight? Yeah, we'll have to find out during the next week or whatever. But this was some good shit. 7.5 fun. And we're already here. It's main event time. The men's Crown Jewel Championship match. It is Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. The crowd is on a different level of electricity for the opening of this match. They were going crazy for Cody's entrance, but the first 5-10 minutes of this match where Gunther and Cody are just kind of doing the feeling out process and just kind of feeling the crowd, they were absolutely electric. They were going freaking loco, man. It was a hell of an atmosphere. I can only imagine what it was like inside that building. It was wild. It was very, very wild. We get into the match, Gunther taking advantage of Cody's injured back, targeting that. Crowd is doing the wave now. Gunther takes part in it one time. Very funny. Cody, cutter connects. Gunther kicks out of that. Gunther counters Cody into a Boston Crab, transitions into a sleeper, and then hits a suplex back into the chokehold. My goodness, what a sequence of events by Gunther right there. Smooth as butter? Silk? I don't know. It was smooth though. Crossroads out of nowhere connects, allows Cody to recover. Gunther responds with a mean power bomb. Cody kicks out of that. Cody gets fired up after taking some hard shots from Gunther, hits another crossroads and another near fall. Gunther catches Cody in a sleeper. Cody rolls through, pins Gunther, and steals away the win. Cody Rhodes is the Crown Jewel champion. My goodness, excuse me. Crowd. My goodness, that crowd was absolutely crazy for the whole entire match. Just going crazy, doing the wave. So many different chants. They were electric. Well freaking done. Good hard-hitting fight as expected. There was some really hard chops from Gunther. I like that. Some lovely technical wrestling on display. Smooth counters and transitions. Some nice near falls. And no shenanigans in this one. Very shocking. No shenanigans. Just a one-on-one fight. I like that. 7 out of 10. Cody, slightly awkward celebration. He's like talking to Triple H. He's like, where do you want me to look and how should I hold my hands up? And they figure it out. They get that celebration done with a lot of assistance from Triple H. Like, look over here. Hold your hand up. All right, look cool. And that's the end of the show. Get the big fireworks celebration, yada yada. And yeah, a good addition, I would say, of Crown Jewel. Now again, I kind of grade it on a little bit of a curve because I am very much so reminded of the first few Crown Jewel shows and how horrible those were. So now we're at this point, we're in a pretty decent spot with Crown Jewel, man. It's really good that they're allowing that fan base to get some shows. That's a great thing. And they were a great crowd. Oh my God. Bloodline match, though, on this show was a big letdown. Just very predictable stuff going on there. Nothing special. I would say the women of this match, or this card, stole the show from me. That tag team match was an absolute banger. Lash Legend, man, continues. Every time she is out there, she delivers more and more and more. She is bound to become a champion at some point, and they're teasing more things with Lash Legend. They're teasing a match with Jade Cargill, a match against Bianca. So many potential amazing matches for Lash Legend once she takes that next step and she arrives full-time on the main roster. It's going to be something, man. Watch out for Lash Legend. The triple threat match, United States, that was a close second. And Bronson and Seth, that was also a really good match. The Crown Jewel title matches, they were fine, the decent quality. Nothing too crazy. Like, I would have liked a little bit more out of Cody and Gunther, but yeah, I don't know. It was good enough. Bronson set for another awesome feud with Seth Rollins. Like I said, really enjoyed their first matchup. I hope they don't wait too long for them to fight again. They may just continue fighting on Monday Night Raw, which would be fine with me, but Seth kind of teasing he's kind of got something else he wants to do first, and then we'll come back to Bronson, but that door is definitely open, and that's a hell of a door to go through. The crowd, oh my goodness, very, very energetic, made the show much more enjoyable overall. I didn't think they interacted properly. Like, yeah, it was a great freaking crowd. Well done in Saudi Arabia and Riyadh or wherever the hell they were. 7 out of 10 for Crown Jewel. I thought it was a good show. Nothing overly crazy. Nothing I would say you have to stop everything and watch. There's no match of the year contender on there. There was no worst match of the year contender either, but a little bit of mediocrity, but some good shit in there as well. I guess they'll probably continue with this Crown Jewel Championship match thing I don't know how many more of these Crown Jewel shows we have, but probably going to be something they're going to continue doing, have a champion versus champion for the championship matches. Whatever, I don't care. It's an opportunity for someone to claim another big belt and they can hold it and all that great stuff. But let me know what your favorite matches of the show were and which ones you weren't that into, and what storylines developing are you the most excited for? Are you excited for the rise of Bronson Reed? Are you excited for the Kevin Owens darkness? Where the fuck is he going, man? Like, I like where he's going because it kind of brings me back to when he was the champion. He was a very very nasty heel, and maybe that's what gets Kevin Owens back to a champion again. I would love that for Kevin Owens. I hope this is the path that will get him back there. Regardless of how evil he has to be, I want Kevin to be a champion again. That's where I want this to go. I hope that's where we go. So I'm very excited for Kevin Owens' future, Lash Legend's future, Bronson Reed's future. Yeah, man, WWE's in a good spot. Another good pay-per-view. But they are kind of getting a little bit samey, the pay-per-views. Like, I'm seeing more matches on the cards. I'm like, this is just a SmackDown or a Raw match. We'll see, man. We'll see. But let me know what you thought of the show overall. Not a must-watch, but if you watched it, you probably had a decent enough time right there, as I did. And there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I upload all of these to the YouTube channel, GamerGX Videos. You can go over there, subscribe. Great place to drop a comment on the YouTube channel. If you want a question answered live on the podcast, I'd love to answer your questions about wrestling, video games, or hockey. Outside of that, I'm no expert, but I'll try. I'm not even an expert in this, so there you go. But there's also a email address if you want to have a private conversation. My door is open for everyone and anyone. And there's a Twitter page if you want to follow along on there, where I try my best to put up announcements and let you know what the heck is going on. And in terms of what the heck is going on with the GX Plus cast, we just finished off the Halloween-themed GamerCast for the month. Finished it off with the top 13 scariest moments. Make sure you go back and check out that one. Fun time right there. And let me know what your scariest gaming moments were. And we're moving on to Bully for next week's GamerCast. That'll be coming out next week. We got some Bully. Hopefully I can do kind of a nostalgia-themed November. Now, nostalgia is determined. It's different from person to person. Everyone has different nostalgia feelings and memories. So, there may be a Call of Duty or something. There might be another older game or two throughout the month. We'll check it out. We'll see what happens. But best way to do that is to just follow along with the GX Plus cast. And we'll be back with some more GX Plus cast.